I want to talk about the only real hate comment that I've ever gotten in my life. Hi, my name's Ryan. I'm a gymnast, and my courage project for 2026 is to speak more openly about sport. So, this had to have been probably 5 or 6 years ago now, and somebody had commented on something on my Instagram, and it was from a clearly made up account that said, "Dude, you peaked in 2012." And a little backstory about 2012. I did have a really good year results wise, but I would say mentally it was pretty bad. But I finished the year. I did a competition in Great Britain and I came second on double mini. And then we did Pan Am Championships in Mexico and I won senior tumbling. And then I was third on double mini. And then we got team gold. And I think I came second at nationals or I won nationals on tumbling. I don't know. I got this hate comment 7 ish years later. I knew I was going to have to respond in a funny way. And I think that I did. And I think that I handled it well. But my initial response was, well, that can't be true because I was fat that year. And I feel like a lot of my experience in gymnastics as a senior was where my weight was. And I always got complimented that my gymnastics looked really good when I was thin. And then people would always say that I needed to work on my fitness when I was less thin. And it never mattered what my results were, it was always about my weight. The years I was so obsessed with my weight and that I was so thin, I didn't perform very well. And then this year, the 2012, I'm like, all I can remember is the pictures of me in like our team photos when we did well. I would look back and be mortified at how big I was. And it still is my reaction when I think about that is like, well, that couldn't have been my best year because I was fat. And then the years that I was thin, I would get such compliments on my quote gymnastics, but then I would perform like shit. I would say since 2012, I've had like probably 2 or 3 really good years, like really results wise good years. And I don't think anything really held up to that year. But if you had asked me what my best year was, I would have said like 2017 or 2018, like much later. And it still feels, I can look back at it logically now and see results wise that was the best year, even though I would say mentally I wasn't great, but I would say any of the years that I was like performing really high, it wasn't mentally great. But that so much of my view of success in sport was the years that I felt that I looked good. And that would have been like 2017 or 2018. So I felt like I didn't look good physically in 2012, so those results are null. But that I looked better other years, and then maybe my confidence was a little bit better. I don't know. But like those are the years that I would consider like my good years, even if the results clearly were different. So my question for the class today is there an experience you've had in sport where you feel like is kind of skewed, or now that you look back on it, your perception at the time was skewed? And mine all relates back to my first hate comment. And I haven't gotten any hate comments on this so far and try and keep it that way. See ya.